The HOA thought my teenage son's weekend gathering looked suspicious. They sent cops to check it out. But the men training with him that day? They weren't ordinary guests. They were Navy SEALs. Saturday morning started peaceful on our ranch. My son Jake was outside early, setting up obstacle courses and rope lines near the barn. He had just turned 17, and after years of hearing my old service stories, he wanted to follow in my footsteps. Navy SEAL all the way. Some of my old teammates were in town that weekend. They had offered to run Jake through some real drills, teamwork, focus, endurance. So the ranch turned into a mini training ground. The SEALs, all quiet professionals, moved with calm precision, flipping tires, running maneuvers, and shouting commands that echoed across the property. That's when Karen, the HOA president from the neighboring development, spotted them. From her front porch, she saw men in tactical gear, heard shouting, and assumed it was criminal activity. Instead of knocking or calling me, she called the cops, saying armed men were storming a home. Within 20 minutes, 2 squad cars rolled up our private drive, lights flashing. The SEALs paused, lowering their training rifles as Jake ran over to explain. The officer shouted, "Hands where we can see 'em." One of the SEALs stepped forward calmly, hands raised. "Officer, no worries, Navy training exercise. We're all active or retired SEALs, cleared by the property owner." The officer blinked, clearly confused. You're what?" Just then, I walked out of the barn, wiping sweat off my forehead. "They're my friends. I served with them. Everything's legal here, private property, not HOA land." Karen came stomping down the road, screaming, "They're dangerous! They're trespassing!" One SEAL chuckled quietly. "Ma'am, the only danger here is poor judgment." The officer turned to Karen. "Ma'am, you filed a false emergency report. This is an HOA jurisdiction." Karen froze, realizing what she'd done. The SEALs started laughing softly as the officers apologized and drove off. Karen backed away without another word. Later that evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Jake asked, "Dad, was that how it felt when people underestimated your team?" I smiled. "Exactly like that, son. Calm, disciplined, and always ready." Karen hasn't filed a single complaint since that day. Maybe it's because every time she drives by, she sees Jake running drills and those same SEALs watching with proud smiles.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.